Multiple resolutions on employee welfare and banking reforms have come out from IBA. IBA adopted several resolutions covering both employee welfare and broader banking policy. The union demanded a switch from the National Pension System (NPS) to the Old Pension Scheme (OPS) for employees recruited after 1 April 2010, sought early implementation of 5-day banking, opposed the Differential Performance Linked Incentive (PLI) scheme, called for organizing contract, outsourced and cost-to-company employees, urged action against abusive customers to protect bank staff, and demanded exclusive washroom facilities for women employees in every bank branch. Bank Nationalization Day programs gain momentum. On the occasion of Bank Nationalization Day, IBOC Kerala announced a public debate highlighting the importance of public sector banks, while NCB reiterated the need to strengthen PSBs and renewed demands for 5-day banking and a fair performance-linked incentive policy. Both organizations emphasized safeguarding the public banking system and improving employee welfare. Medical insurance remains a key concern. The Indian Banks Association and bank unions signed the revised medical insurance scheme MO, introducing changes for serving employees and retirees. Separately, EPAC urged the IBA to further strengthen the medical insurance scheme for retired bank employees by addressing gaps in coverage and improving benefits. 7 major bank unions condemn police action, call for dialogue. 7 major bank unions jointly condemned the police action against protesting students at Jantar Mantar and urged the government to resolve the issue through dialogue. In a separate statement, IBA and BEFI appealed for peaceful discussions over the Sonam Wangchuk protest and concerns regarding examination paper leaks, emphasizing democratic engagement and constructive dialogue. SBI in focus, recruitment, leadership and Ram Temple operations. State Bank of India remained in the spotlight this week on multiple fronts. The government clarified that candidates from the private sector are eligible for SBI's top leadership positions, stating that the move does not amount to privatization. Separately, SBI deployed permanent staff for the Ram Temple donation counting process under a newly introduced system, while the bank continued to lead public sector banks with over 5.3 crore account holders and deposits exceeding 57.3 lakh rupees crore in FY26. Punjab National Bank reports strong Q1 growth. Punjab National Bank reported a sharp rise in its Q1 FY27 net profit, driven by improved asset quality. The bank also highlighted a corporate loan pipeline of around 1.37 lakh rupees crore and reiterated its target of entering the world's top 100 banks within the next 2 years, reflecting confidence in its growth strategy. APNBOA announces non-cooperation movement in Moradabad. The All India Punjab National Bank Officers Association, APNBOA, announced a non-cooperation movement in the Moradabad circle, alleging a toxic work culture and raising concerns over employee welfare and administrative practices. The association has sought corrective measures to address the issues faced by officers. IDBI Bank privatization debate continues. Opposition to the proposed privatization of IDBI Bank intensified this week as employees organized nationwide demonstrations across branches and offices under the banner of the United Forum of IDBI Officers and Employees. The unions later announced a nationwide hunger strike and sought an immediate review of the strategic sale proposal, while former Union Secretary EAS Sarma raised legal and parliamentary concerns over the disinvestment process. Amid these developments, IDBI Bank reported a 5% increase in Q1 FY27 net profit, reflecting stable business performance. CSB Bank linked to Fairfax IDBI deal. An analysis suggested that CSB Bank's future growth strategy could be influenced by Fairfax's proposed acquisition of IDBI Bank, with industry observers watching how the transaction may reshape Fairfax's banking portfolio in India. Canara Bank dismissal case returns to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court directed a fresh review in a Canara Bank dismissal case involving an employee with 28 years of service, reopening the long-pending matter for reconsideration in accordance with legal principles. BOI Ratangarh case raises fresh questions. Fresh questions emerged in the Bank of India Ratangarh case after a police final report, RTI reply and departmental inquiry revealed differing findings, keeping the matter under public scrutiny. Indian banking sector starts FY27 on a strong note. The banking sector opened FY27 with several major lenders reporting healthy first-quarter profits despite moderation in earnings growth. Experts noted that asset quality remains strong across the industry, while emphasizing the need for separate analysis of public sector, private and foreign banks to better understand emerging trends. RBI and government announce key banking measures. The Reserve Bank of India barred banks from selling recovered properties back to defaulting borrowers, while the government clarified that loan write-offs do not amount to waiver of liabilities. Parliament was also informed about bank frauds reported over the last 5 years, complaints related to recovery practices, growth in UPI users, expansion of banking access in Bihar, progress under the PM Mudra Yojana, consumer protection measures in fintech, and confirmation that the RBI had not sold physical gold. Conciliation meeting on 12th BPS and RRB demands. Representatives of RBI, NFAB, NFABO and NFRBS participated in the Chief Labour Commissioner's conciliation meeting on pending RRB issues. Discussions covered implementation of the 12th bipartite settlement, HR policy, service conditions, sponsor bank's role in RRB governance and other employee demands, with the next conciliation meeting scheduled for 11 September. RBI raises key RRB issues. RBI submitted its agenda for the 14th Joint Consultative Committee meeting, seeking action on promotions, recruitment, transfers and long-pending employee issues. The Federation also demanded release of performance-linked incentive, PLI, under the existing policy and organized its first joint regional conference in Rajasthan to strengthen organizational coordination. Karnataka Grameen Bank staff safety concerns. Staff safety emerged as a major concern in Karnataka Grameen Bank after a customer service associate was allegedly locked inside a branch over overtime-related issues, prompting demands for an inquiry. In separate incidents, employees and officers' organizations raised concerns over an alleged assault on staff and sought immediate release of 15 days PLI, while Kagbeu demanded revocation of ACSA's suspension and redressal of employee grievances. Jharkhand Grameen Bank developments. Public representatives urged swift action on the grievances of Jharkhand Grameen Bank's daily wage workers, while the Jharkhand Grameen Bank Daily Wage Mazdoor Sangh suspended its agitation following bilateral discussions with management. Separately, the Jharkhand Grameen Bank Karmachari Sangh submitted suggestions to BEFI for the upcoming 13th bipartite settlement. Odisha Grameen Bank staff seek better security. The All Odisha Grameen Bank Officers Organisation and Odisha Grameen Bank Employees Association sought urgent intervention from sponsor bank Indian Overseas Bank after raising concerns over staff safety and security at bank branches. UP Grameen Bank employees seek relaxation in loan rules. Employees of Uttar Pradesh Grameen Bank requested relaxation in staff loan norms, particularly the mandatory CIBIL score requirement, stating that the existing policy was creating difficulties for employees seeking staff loans. RRB service regulations await major overhaul. A report highlighted that regional rural bank service regulations are awaiting a comprehensive revision after nearly 15 years, with employee organizations seeking modernized HR policies, updated service conditions and uniform implementation across RRBs.